problems that a lot of people suffer from now is depression, among other mental illnesses, but very current at the moment in the media is of course the subject of depression and addiction with regards to the recent passing of Robin Williams. How do you think meditation can help with depression and other mental illness?
Depression, in my experience, depression is a natural state. It's a natural reaction at first. I've seen myself going into deep states of sadness, and I can label it depression also. For me, it's a natural reaction, but the problem is when it goes out of control, or when you start being depressed about that depression itself, when you feel that you are not worthy of any love, you're not worthy of a solution. Things will happen in life. You will, feel sad about it. You'll feel dull, less motivated, depressed. But these are natural reactions. As a human, you can have any sort of reaction to, your life. But it should not be out of control. When I write about any heavy subject, death or relationships, I recall many memories, that has happened in my life. So it gives me glimpses of sadness. And I ask myself, is that depression? It can be a depression if I turn off the light and sit in my room for next 10 days. It turns into depression out of control. And my job as a spiritual seeker is to detach myself from the experience. And what we need to do is we have to stop, we have to first accept that depression it's natural. Anyone can have it. And the moment you start to feel that it is depression, just start asking yourself questions. Why is it happening? I need help. I need solution. And seek out to people who don't judge you. Seek out to friends and family members. And of course, start meditation. Be out in nature. Mother Nature is the most healing meditation ever. Just being there is meditation. Sitting next to a tree, sitting next to a river. These little things can change your state of mind, because depression is really not, it's not as scary as it eventually becomes. It starts out as a very small moments of sadness, feeling disconnected from friends and family and life. But it can become a really crazy thing if it's out of control. I loved Robbie Williams' work. I loved Jumanji. I've seen it so many times, and I was very shocked. I've seen, if you see his eyes, they say a lot.
So sadness.
A lot of depth, and now I feel that it was all sadness, all yearning to find some questions. Any depressed person is a person of depth. They probably were looking for some solutions, some questions. They couldn't get it. And they either end their life or they are still breathing but not living a life. So my suggestion to everyone is seek out help, and if you come across anyone who opens up to you, don't judge them. Otherwise they'll stop talking and sharing it with anyone.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. I think a lot of people who suffer from depression, they have a massive fear of being judged, of somebody saying, "Oh, are you still depressed? How come you're still depressed? You were depressed last time." And that makes people shut down. I think one of the things that's important in the expression to be a seeker is that to seek is a verb, which implies action. It's a doing thing. And so you cannot seek if you stay still without actually actively searching for something, without taking some action towards a different lifestyle or a different higher plane.
Seeking is a verb, life is a verb, love is a verb. If you don't stand up, if you don't share it with others, you're never going to get help. And when people, we are in 10-second Instagramming video zone, we love to just read the summary. We don't want to get into depth. As we are moving into this iPad, Instagram, Twitter generation, we are moving into a state where we don't want to know the depth. We just want to know the overall view. And when a person asks for help, they get sympathy in the beginning, they get little help, little motivation. But as you said, if they again ask for help 10 days later, they're like, people are like, are you still depressed? You're not, doing the right thing. You should just start working again. You should start doing this again. And that puts the person back into the depressed state, that they feel judged, they feel insecure. And these things can cause really a bad depression.